Hello, everyone. You're watching New Attitude, and I'm your host, Anastasia Rivers. Our show this evening is about illness, and the main thing is cancer awareness. It happens so that it's coincidentally that my guest that's coming on next, I invited her months ago. Her name is Shauna Williams. I invited her months ago to talk about her battle with cancer and how she's going through it and dealing with it. And before she comes on, it just happened that today she's available. I want to talk about illness in the whole. We go to the doctor because we're not feeling well, and sometimes we get some results that we're not happy about, and some people choose to fight it and be positive and trust in God and pray, and some people choose to give up. But I want to say this: no matter what the illness is, it's not a death sentence. It's how you choose to deal with it that counts. A person, and a doctor would tell you, because my doctor told me when I had my illness that is because of my positive attitude is what, my positive mental state is what bring me to where I'm at today. Some people may know, but I had a heart attack in July, the last week in July, and I was airlifted to Puerto Rico. And they tested me, and fortunately I didn't have any blockage, but I had to take care of myself, and there's signs that we have to look at, and once we're diagnosed, we need to be positive, think positive. And some people say, but you had a heart attack and look what you do. Why give up? It's not a death sentence. So when we come on with Shauna, we're going to talk about how she is a single mother with 2 kids, 2 sons, and also she works. She has 2 jobs, and she tells me plain out that she's a proud cancer survivor, and she's going to come out with her sister later on to explain or to share her story, and her sister will share the part about her when she was out of it in so much pain, but she's here now and ready to share. So this show is mainly as an encouragement to people out there that are going through different illness, and just to tell you, have faith and just pray and believe in God, because God answers everything, So you got some people like I lost a good friend, Michi Tadman. She was my friend from kindergarten, and she recently passed away, and it was a blow to everybody because she's such a sweet person. But it happens to anyone, but she did keep a positive outlook during her illness. And I also lost a friend, Baby Burke. His name is Calvin Burke, but we call him Baby. So it was 2 sad blow for me and the family. So while we're alive and while we're here, we need to make the best of it and just believe in a positive outlook while we're here. So we'll be back with Shauna Williams in a few. Welcome back. You're watching New Attitude, and I'm your host, Anastasia Rivers, and Siobhan Thomas. She just joined me. She's my co-host and also a board member for New Attitude television show, Inc. And our guest is Shauna Williams. Welcome, Shauna.
Thank you.
And relax. We just want to, I want to first thank you for agreeing to come on and share your story about your fight with cancer and being a cancer survivor.
No problem.
Okay. I was mentioning to the audience that having an illness is not a death sentence. It's how we deal with it and be positive. And I saw some comments that Shauna posted on Facebook, and it attracted me to her months ago to ask her to be a guest because she spoke about her being a cancer survivor, and raising 3 kids and
Two.
two
boys.
sons.
Yes.
I didn't want to give you more, right? So,
I know.
so now tell me, Shauna, first, how old are your kids?
Well, I'm a mom, 32 years old. My son are 9 and 8 years old. One in fourth, one in third grade. Yeah, that's my soldiers.
That's your soldiers.
Yes.
Now, tell me when did you find out that when were you diagnosed with cancer?
Well, I started off with pain, random short pain, not gas pain. I went to my mom, the herbal doctor, not legalized herb doctor, but the house doctor. She said it was gas pain, so I ignored it a while. I was in pain from about September until it got actually severe in December
Which September?
2011.
Okay.
And I was a band at the time.
You was a what? Oh, band. Okay.
So on my way going to Mommy Juve, I was actually hemorrhaging. I think it was a normal period. But I actually drove myself to the parade, the Juve at Mommy Ju, and I actually bled down the car, washing my blood. So my dad being a retired nurse, I think it was an RN, so worked out by Greg. He was like, it's okay. So we dealt with my mom, my sister, they actually cleaned me up. And I went back to sleep because I was already done prepping. And I don't want to lie. I went to the emergency room the 28th because the pain was severe and
You were still bleeding?
the bleeding didn't stop. Yeah. I actually had heavy bleeding, but it wasn't like slowing down. I was actually passing big, thick clad, like human head clad out my body, and it was like, to me, I didn't mind because I'm a hardcore, but it was abnormal. So I went to the emergency room, and Dr. Williams, that was the doctor on duty at the night, she said I was pregnant with a child. So I was like, but I know how child pain is, that's not child pain.
They told you were pregnant?
Yeah, because I was going tested, they were like so much tested, so why I'm hemorrhaging. And I did that procedure. I was actually pregnant with a baby, a boy. Long story short, I was discharged, and I was discharged. So I went home. I guess whoever they gave me through the IV on SNAP, they actually pulled on the bleeding for a while. But on January 12th, I actually went back. I came from work, and I went by my sister's house in Basel, and I was actually going to take a shower, but my dad was ironing some clothes. And after the blue, something like to go and like see if I'm okay, 'cause I was still hemorrhaging, and he actually catch me his hand, like I was so, I would just say fainted if I'm in his hand. And then when I catch myself, I was actually in a room of my brother on a bed, and he was like, "What happened to you? Like you just sit and fall, like what happened to you?" Like, "Well, I don't know, I good. Well, I think I good." Long story short, I am going to the clinic because Dr. Williams said I was pregnant, so I put up with a doctor. At the time, it was Dr. Mamustat. He wasn't a doctor from here, but he was at the clinic. That was the actually, what you call it, the doctor who was doing pregnancy, prenatal doctor in the clinic. And when he examined me, he said I actually had a mass on my cervix. It was actually 2 centimeters big. At that time, we were just doing regular for because I was pregnant and was not. I went to the doctor's room. I actually fainted. They actually had to call an ambulance because I actually fainted on the bed where he was going to actually freeze the mass until my pregnancy was over to actually do the surgery. But that didn't help. Ambulance came out to the hospital. I was actually in a hospital frequently for a while until at February 12 when MAP, my sister had to do all the paperwork for MAP to actually send me off.
So you had from September, October, November, December?
Well, actually, the pain didn't start until December after me doing a long walk from Chicken Shack to Mommy Drew Hill when I started to actually hemorrhage. Like, I was hemorrhaging real heavy. I was like, "Mom, I have to come home." Like, I really did. I both of the chair. They actually had to scrub the car because I was washed in blood. Yeah, so on February 12th, my sister was my caregiver. Tamara Williams, like she still is my caregiver although I'm a survivor, I didn't take our title away. We went to Puerto Rico and actually was living in the Pagos, Puerto Rico HEMA Health Center for about 6 to 8 months max. But I was back and forth there. And they were the one who diagnosed me at the moment. It ended up taking like 5 seconds to actually open up my leg to actually say it was cancerous.
Well, let me ask you, the doctors here examine you and nobody noticed
They
that?
just tell me it was I don't want to lie.
So what, sorry to cut you off, what kind of examination they did different in Puerto Rico than they did here?
Honestly, Puerto Rico examining room were more high tech than what I see at our
Back
regular.
then, in 2011.
Yes, it was like completely like I literally was on top of the hospital bed and he didn't say touch me, like he just opened my, like you know the hospital bed when you bring in a child or you gotta do your pap smear. He put my foot up on top of the bed. And
Examine you.
He didn't put his hand, like he just put on his glove and he put on, you know the flashlight thing on his head. And he's like, he was actually mostly communicating with my sister. And he was like, from my eyes, watching into her vagina, it's cancerous. So it was like Dr. Alvarez. I have like 4 doctors, the name is not coming to my head, but I actually know them because they actually stick to my side until everything was over. I mean, like, I gotta give it to Puerto Rico. I mean, people have said that they didn't have that treatment, but God be the glory. I actually had an excellent treatment.
Thank God for that. Now, how long you stayed in Puerto Rico?
Honestly, I actually found
that based on what your family told you, because I know you had to be out of it.
I really was. My piece is actually my caregiver. But majority, from my perspective, being awake and alert at the moment, at the time, from February 15 to, I don't know, I think I was making 25. Yeah.
How old are you now?
32. I actually make birthday in St. Thomas doing chemo. I was between Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. And my doctor then was not local, only in Puerto Rico, but most of the Puerto Rico doctors that saw me was from Germany. They was actually out of state.
German
My main doctor for my cancer was from Germany, and he was the one who was communicating with my doctor in St. Thomas. That was actually my because I was losing weight and like I was just out of it. They communicate like so well.
Well, this is a story, isn't it something?
It's deep. It'll cause teardrops. So it's like I really don't. I'm not an emotional person, but to look back from then to now, it's deep.
No, that is a story about your journey to finding out that you were diagnosed with cancer.
That was my diagnosis.
Yes, so now your journey after that. Share a little bit about that. I would like
my
to
journey after that. Well, being a youngest cancer survivor between Puerto Rico and St. Thomas CKCI, I was an advocate speaker. I was never on no strict diet. Honestly, my son was my motivation with my sister, my mom. Like at night time, cause they was young. Like before all this happened, I used to actually I was a Care Bear fan. I know like Care Bear, the character with the clouds, the pretty clouds, and it was such a fairy tale. But my son was young, so they actually so smiled in my dream with my Care Bear. It was actually my Care Bear. Grumpy was my older son name, and I don't remember the yellow one name. That was my baby at the time. He was only like 10 months or something like that. They were just my mother. Like when I would actually give up, they were actually, it's too late.
Okay.
You know? But my journey, wow. So it was a long road.
Well, what I am amazed with when I first saw her post on Facebook is how she started working. Right now you have 2 jobs.
Before I was working, I was on disability. That's why I went out to work. I was on disability. I used to collect 180 monthly. That's only 1 check monthly for my mistake. And
that's based on your salary that you were before you started?
For SNAP, yeah.
Okay.
And then my sons them was being the father figure was not living in or don't know the whereabout. I used to get like checks for my boats on a total of in a month. I would get a total of $440 every first of the month to
And then
sustain.
to add with your 100 and change.
It actually was included. That's to pay bills, household, things that food some can buy as a living single parent. Um, I lost my first son dad back in 2017 of last year, January, and I was still collecting this disability and so forth, but the money was actually dropping for the economy of the Virgin Islands. Long story short, I actually was grateful for that mom because I couldn't work and pick up anywhere. It was given to me willingly, and I was grateful. When I lost my son dad in January 2008, 28, 2017, I asked my mom and my sister, they actually know we was close, so they actually took my sons and like let me mourn in peace. And in my space of time mourning and peace, I was like, I gotta go out. I just can't rely no more on that little something. I gotta actually be that go giver for my son and sake. I just can't stay home and be that disability that they paint me as a cancer survivor. So I was home bored. I said, Ma, I can't deal with disability no more. I'm going out to look for a job. She's like, you don't want to do that and then something happened to you and then it's going to be your fault. And I mean, okay, save me the river. I'm going to go home and do something with my life. So I went home. They didn't know nothing. I went home. I took my son's laptop and I was actually on Department of Labor filling all kinds of application. I must say I got to give it to Central Line Car Rental because that was actually my last application I did. And within my application filled out, it took them less than a week to come out to my action. I was hired on February 1st, and that was January of this year that I actually started. I gave myself a year to mourn.
So that's where you're working now?
Yes, I'm working at Central Line Car Rental.
Big up Central Line.
Yes, big up.
I not a girly girl type of person. So I do not work for reservation, and nor I do a people meeting and greeting at Central Line. I'm in the yard with the boys. I'm the only female on my job washing cars, plugging tires, changing tires. I work with the boys. Like I really go hard with my boys. Like in the
You
yard.
change tires? Then you better come here and teach my kids how to change tires.
The boys look at me as the mama bear over there, but we are cool. I'm the oldest in the yard, other than two guys are actually, they're more quiet person. They're not actually up with everybody else. So yes, I am a employer for Central Line. And recently, because of Irma Maria and the damage that I did to the island, I was called back to the casino to be the licensed dealer. So now I actually started there at September 24, my first day back, to work as a licensed dealer. So yes, I do deal cards, I do count cards, I play blackjack, roulette, and Chicago poker. I do poker games too. So yes, I am a mother, 2 sons, 2 jobs, juggling, and a single parent life.
You have
You're
any question?
amazing.
You have any question you'd like to ask her?
Oh,
Because I mean, she
gosh,
really
yes.
fit it in there. Oh my gosh,
Yes. You know, as moms, we always want to be our best for our kids, our strongest for our kids, and
Honestly,
them
right?
not see us weak. Tell me what it was like with your recovery, with your kids, and even explaining to them
You
what
are
was
gonna laugh.
happening.
When my sister and I came back, like I was actually complete with chemo and radiation, we came back. My daughter, my last son, and my sister, third child, they actually born is the same year. Her son didn't know her point of blank. My son, I was a robot to him. Like he was actually talking to me like a robot. It was like like Dora, the Explorer, her robot character. They was actually like, my mother is a robot. And I was like, no, I'm mommy. Like, no, you're not mommy. You're a robot. So I was like, no, boy, I am mommy. I'm back. But I was still, because I actually did some surgery, minor surgeries. So I was actually kind of sore, but I didn't let my pain push them away, so they don't actually embrace what I left behind of missing my couplings and my love for them. However, things twisted back in 2013. It was, yeah, 2013, actually no, 2014. I was, one of my studies I did in 2012, I actually had a JJ stick in,
A what?
a JJ stick. It's actually a joint stick,
Mm-hmm.
because my kidney and my right side, I only have one kidney. My kidney on my right side was not releasing the urine to
Okay.
release, so it was actually swollen. So they actually have to instill a JJ stick inside my kidney to release my urine. So that got infected. That was from 2012 until 2014 when it got actually infected. I had to remove my kidney because the stick was actually attached to my organ. So when a doctor, I can't remember his name again, but again, Puerto Rico doctor, they did the surgery and everything. And my sister had to go back to live with the kids. My mom fly up, and it was a kind of like sad moment, but it's still joyful because she don't like planes, and she actually reached Puerto Rico on her own and was there to actually embrace. I was like, I'm here, Shauna. But she came the day before my baby.
That's the love of a mother, you know.
Yeah.
I
That's the
actually
love of a
had, my
mother.
surgery was actually July 1st to remove my kidney. I did an open stomach surgery. I take 32 staples outside and 17 inside. And my mom, after I came out, I recovered. I was actually in the surgery for 10 hours. When I saw my mom, it broke my heart because she was crying. So it was like, not, she not hearing me because I was actually, she could not hear me. I was actually host for
Okay.
the surgery I was doing. So at my glimpse of my eye, I saw her and HEMA MAP caregiver for the islander that actually take care of me. She was with my mom on the outer side of the recovery room behind a curtain. I actually saw my mom because I was actually laying down
What?
straight, but the glimpse of my mom, she was crying. But she didn't even say, but mommy, why are you crying? Like, I'm here, like, why are you crying? She's like, Shauna, don't give up. And she was like, literally crying. I was like, when did you cry? Like, she
You
didn't
never
hear me
see your
say
mother
it,
cry?
no. And she was there crying. So I was like, when I came into my bed, my room now, because was finished, and I go to my room, I said, mommy, why were you crying? She's like, Shauna, you wasn't yourself. Like, you were so swollen, like, all the anesthesia, all the thing was on you, was like a blown fish, like, you was this.
You know what, Shauna? For somebody that came in here earlier and tell me you were shy, you is a
Because I'm not watching the camera, I'm just
you
vibing.
like a machine. She's like a machine gun with those words coming out, sharing. I mean, you put me in every situation right there, and
Yes.
and you know what I'm saying is it's just
It's
the
deep,
experience.
it's deep.
So what I want you to do for me now is watching the camera and
Oh my God.
give people some advice that were going through what you went through or going through any kind of illness. What advice would you give to people that are out there now? Based on how you dealt with your situation, what advice you would give them to be where you are now as a single mother, taking care of two
I
sons
wouldn't say the
and two
advice
jobs?
though, but to honestly,
Suggestion.
yes. I have to say, as a strong person, like, I was always a rough, like, I'm a tomboy. Don't mind the dress figure, the jewelry. That's not me on the street. It's a complete different person you'll see. But my mom, like, I gotta give it to my mom, my ride or die sister, like, we have a bond that no one can break. So even when I think I'm sick, I'm not sick.
So you got the family support.
Like, they ride deep for me per se, and now that I'm here as a living testimony, females, check your sex partners. Like, sorry, my diagnosis of cancer was cervical cancer in stage 3B. That was between death and death, because there was not a partial part of that being able to survive. But when my sister, I'm praying, I read our Bible, we never used to read before we had a flight, and I was dying, like, literally, every time the plane would go high when we were going to Puerto Rico, she was like, don't kill her, she can't die, go lower. Like, every time it go high, I would actually lose. I was not actually stable flying on a plane, literally going to do checkup, because I was not stable as like a cancer patient. It does just a job. And next sad point of my life, when I found out that I was pregnant with cancer, I was actually 49 pounds in weight.
You were 49 pounds?
Yes,
Wow.
49 pounds. Walking dead, I used to call myself. Yes.
So,
Tears
so,
coming out my eyes, so excuse the
so,
wipe and the camera scene. But ladies, cervical cancer, it's not an easy road. If you're diagnosed with it in an early stage that you can be saved, check yourself. I waited late. I wouldn't say I waited late.
but you
Say
didn't know.
Croix
You
actually,
didn't know.
yes, in that field.
But
I lost a son. He was 15 weeks old. I actually got to hold him. My sister was being my caregiver. She was actually in the room. I actually had to get a DNC. Like, I watched my son. If I had on a pants, I would show y'all
no, you wouldn't
injection
do
mark
that.
on my stomach. They actually gave him a shock. He was a healthy baby, but being that I had cancer and the blood was not
Flowing.
clean, it was actually poisoning him. So when he was put to sleep, I had him in my tummy for 16 hours before the surgery of him being disposed, removed. I use disposed, I don't know why it was removed. I actually had a C-section to remove him. Because he was 15 weeks old, he was healthy, but because of cancer and how it was on my cervix. Oh, my cancer, when I was in Puerto Rico also. My cancer settled at 18-inch boomerang. That was from my right pelvic to the right of my anus, right? As I should come up boomerang. And this doctor actually had two doctors had inside of me. One was through my vagina and one through my anal to actually see how big the measurement was. So I actually had two painful inserts of human hands inside of me to see how big it spread. So in the middle of the moment of January 15th, I was diagnosed with 18-inch boomerang size. My sister and I actually saw my son went from a heart rate of 160 down to 0 from the shot. Like, he wouldn't keep still. They actually had to tie my stomach down on the bed to actually corner him in the corner to actually give him that shot directly in his heart. Like, he was an active. Yes, I had 3 boys. His name was Jamari. We named him in Puerto Rico, and I actually have his cremation ashes in the college. The organs, everything that burned. He still lives with me, so he's not resting in peace fully, but he lives with me.
Okay.
And yes, I share with my son, so they know his big brother Jamari.
Well, I want to bring up about your sister, who is a former day student of mine from the 6th grade, and that's your older sister too.
That's my right eye.
Yes, and I told her about our reunion that we have in for all the dear students. So I hope that you'll be able to come, even though you're not one of my dear students. You had there, right?
Honorary.
I'm mostly focusing on my dear students, but I want to invite anybody that had dare to get in touch with me on Facebook, and so we can make this connection for June 24th. We having a reunion. So I thank God that He spared your life to be here to watch your kids. I see pictures of her with her sons. I see you getting dressed for church. I see you, she in her dress one minute, and then she dressed with the boys the next minute, and she is just a mixture of who she is and who she feels comfortable being. Yes. So I admire that in you. Yes. And continue doing what you're doing with your son. Mommy, thank you very much. What's your mom's name?
Sandra Simmons.
Sandra Simmons. And I met your daughter in the casino, but I don't go up there, I don't play anymore, but that's where I first met you.
Yes, you sure did.
And I don't know that you were walking up there because I don't go there to play anymore.
I was called back by a good co-worker of mine, and I couldn't turn her down because that's my right too. But she's now the manager for table games, so I came back. Big up to yourself, John Gerson.
Okay. So again, I want to thank you. We didn't do much talking because I wanted you to share that story, and
fine.
I really appreciate your time. And Siobhan, thank you for coming to be in my right hand here. And
before I go, I want to shout out my mom. She's a teacher at Head Start. Like, that's my. I don't say often. I'm not the one that say I love you, mom, every day. No. I'm not the one who embrace her with hugs every day. No. But that's my right or die. Like, at my weakest point, Ma, I need you. To my sister Tamara.
Oh God, you're gonna make me get choked up
here now, right?
Wow, it's deep. That was my fetter at the time when I was a fetter. That's she become now my mother when mommy is at work. She is like my sole provider. I literally don't do much because she do everything for me. Yes, they say she's catering to me too often. And she have other siblings that she don't give the attention to because I take it off. I'm her daughter as a sister. So my sister really, I have 13 siblings. But I'm not gonna go out with all the names. I just want to let them know that you're not forgetting. You guys are amazing. I want y'all not being on my right side of my recovery. I wouldn't be here. So build up yourself. Daddy, you will forever be the father of my life.
What's your daddy name?
Melvin Williams, better known as Funky Man. He's not a person, he's not a, unless a person tell him about this, he wouldn't know because he's a quiet guy.
Okay.
But for my immediate family, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, the family of the Simmons and Williams clan, I appreciate everything you all did from 2011 to the present because I'm still here.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. What I see this as is you had an opportunity to give up. You choose the way not to give up, and that was because of your family support.
Yeah.
The family support
actually,
system.
I actually died on the table at one time in St. Thomas.
But the thing is, the point is you're here.
Yeah, but
okay?
she cried. That's the first time my sister cried because I was like, "What are you crying for, man?" And she actually had pressure because of that moment.
And anyway, I just, like I said, it's about family,
Yes.
and it's about how you deal with the situation and keeping it positive. And you now had the opportunity to thank everybody as much as possible,
Yeah.
and your friends and everybody that, you know, that they have a rare opportunity to do this. So I appreciate it, and I want to thank you for being here.
It's
And
And thank you for sharing. A lot of
Not a
people
problem.
go through so much, and you know, they keep it to
I
themselves.
think I don't
but-
know. Like I was in denial at first,
Yeah.
but my sister, my writer, she say, "You gotta live it. It's already there. You have
Yes.
to live it.
You know-
Accept the fact that you have cancer. Accept it." And I think that was it. Like a couple days after she told me that, I actually died on the board. They had such shock. And she was like, "Wake up!" Like, what the hell are you shaking me for? I am up. Like, no, you wasn't. They just had to revive you. I was like, no, they didn't.
You
She's
know-
like, take off that durag.
you know, a conversation we had
Yeah.
yesterday when you confirmed that you was coming, you mentioned that, you know, there's a lot of other cancer out there and people only recognizing breast cancer. And
It's
I
true.
want to acknowledge that, and I want to point out the fact that maybe it could be that somebody that had breast cancer or a relative that had breast cancer that formed that organization. But there are other different cancer out there, and men are suffering from cancer and
Actually, I have
whatnot.
cousin right
So
now.
let me finish. And the whole thing is that there are a lot of different cancers. So it's a cancer awareness, and
Absolutely.
in general. So much time, I keep saying thanks again, but every time something else interesting come up, and we could be here all night, but we have to go, and I again want to thank you again for being
No
here.
problem.
And thank you for watching, and have a blessed evening.
Good night.